6 minutes of lyrics with the beat switch. So okay, we'll take off 10 seconds. My bad, I'm just bullshitting. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
All right, man. All right, bro.
It's going down.
What's up?
Something fell off of the camera.
It's not important.
Oh, shit.
Yo, Drake, Kendrick, Lamar, their beef. Is this a beef? Is this even beef? This ain't beef. This like you spoke about it a couple of times, but I don't necessarily like when street terminology gets blended in with hip hop terminology. But I guess it's slang. But to me, when I think of beef, I think of like on-site violence. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like this is pure hip hop, aggressive competition. It's back. I don't think it's beef. I don't think it's like, 50 Cent and Game. They had beef. Even Nas and Jay-Z had beef, right? Like you couldn't have them in a room. I feel like you can have Drake and Kendrick in the same room right now.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think Drake and Kendrick is just gonna be cool in the same room?
I don't know if they're gonna be cool, but like I don't think it's beef. I don't think it's beef like that. Or maybe it's beef. Maybe it's beef.
It might not be beef in Degrassi.
Yo,
but in Compton it might be beef.
You from Compton, it's beef for sure. It's Compton beef. Compton beef is getting cooked up.
All I'm saying, look, it's a little different. I think this is, he said it in his bars, keep it at friendly rap battle. Like, so if that's the way he's seeing it,
yeah,
that's the way I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it as purely some lyrical right now.
Yeah.
And that's the latest thing. It's wax.
So who's winning?
Who's winning? Oh, there's a winner right now. There's a winner right now. I think it's yet to be determined. Yeah. Think about it like this. Kendrick put out one verse that had
like
a slew of bars.
Yeah.
That was directed, primarily at Drake. Mm-hmm. J. Cole caught some caught a ricochet,
Yeah.
And with that, everybody came back to speak and say something, and then also some other people came back at Drake, and then we seen that there was some other animosity in the game. So a lot of people are now, it's like, well, shoot, we had these in the clip, might as well just bust them off because there's a lot of issues in hip hop right now. So I'm just saying that about the Chris Breezy, Quavo, and all the other things that's going on. So with that, he wanted to redirect the conversation because Drake already got his 2 shots off.
Yeah,
Drake did his thing. It sounded like.
How do you feel about what Drake has done so far?
I feel like Drake had to respond to more than just Kendrick, so Drake's shots weren't as directed.
Even Rick Ross jumped in the mix.
Yeah, 100. Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Rick Ross jumped in because Drake got at Rick Ross in that song too. Like Drake spread his shots. He wasn't shooting straight up buckshots. Those are bird shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. So when it comes to it, it wasn't as direct towards Kendrick. And that's why I feel like it's still yet to be declared because we haven't seen a straight up Drake track purely at Kendrick. And Kendrick's track is primarily and purely at Drake.
No, bro. Taylor made freestyle was purely at Kendrick Lamar. Have you heard that one yet?
I have heard that one, and it was like
That's the one without the AI. That's the one that's more of an upbeat kind of like it. That one was all like dissing Kendrick for being short. Dropping
Yep.
Give Me 50. Actually, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yep, I have heard that one too.
Yeah, dropping Give Me 50. Not Taylor made.
No, see, in that one, that's where he also dissed Rick Ross, and that's why Rick Ross comes out with his track quickly. It was like 2 hours after Drake leaked his shit. Rick Ross dropped his, and so it was like nuts. It was like record time, super speed. Homie turned into Flash on the track, and like came back with a diss. But what I'm saying is, even with that, Drake has to spread out his shots.
Yeah.
You know, Drake has the whole game kind of aiming at him right now, which, if you want to say by default, puts you at the top. Because everybody's da-da-da. But Kendrick has prestige. He has credibility and things like that he's using, as well as he has merits. He may not have record sales, as much net worth, but he has broken almost all same records and more. Like
Yeah.
they're different in their ways and they're different in their approaches. The thing is, Drake is pretty much more pop, and Kendrick is still connected more street. So with that, it leans the battle to whoever's like leaning. I feel like the divide is really at the type of life that you live. You know what I mean? The life that you live. If you an upscale person, then you probably like Drake.
You upscale. Yo. You
might be on Kendrick.
It is the jigaboos versus the wannabes. It's the bourgeoisie versus.
I don't want to say everybody who like Drake
culture.
is a wannabe or a bourgeois.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's like the division of culture. The division of culture is set up like that to where people Drake, both of them pull in different types of people. Both of them have different types of fans. Both of them have different, like you said, lifestyles.
Yeah.
And it is, to me, Kendrick represents a part of the culture that doesn't get the type of popularity that Drake gets. Kendrick is the part of the culture that speaks for the voiceless, speaks out against things. It's not necessarily a what do you call it? Activist. I won't call him an activist like that, but I would say there's activism in his message. Like, get out and go. Like, I don't get that from Drake. I don't get activism from Drake. Drake, have a good time. You only live once. YOLO. Tonight's the night.
I feel like
It's a vibe. Those all sound like Drake hooks, by the way.
I mean, I would say those are damn near Drake songs. But I mean, I would say that when it comes to Kendrick, he's like what Jay-Z is to the 90s hustler is what Kendrick is to the modern day, hip hop progressive, type of creative person. Like, meaning like a lot of people are like, oh man, you don't understand CG. If you ain't a hustler, then you don't feel Jay-Z like that. You don't understand how great he is. But then a lot of people are like, well, Jay-Z's pretty average. A lot of people feel like Jay-Z's an average rapper.
Like you.
Yes, I feel that way.
Yeah,
But
go
there's
ahead,
a lot
say
of people that that feel that way. But yet, to a lot of people, and to a lot, and it's mainly I've heard. Well, you got to be a hustler to really understand how his lyrics are and how his lyrics are about how he live, everything like that, and to really hear the depth in his lyrics. Those people, are really what has pushed him to prominence. Like you could tell, there's an overarching amount of those who recognize and connect with his music on that level, and that's why his lyrics are held to the status that they're at. So Kendrick Lamar has that effect to like the hip hop progressive, new age rappers, the ones who still want to be hip hop. Like he has that effect, but then also connects to the street in a nigga. He also connects to that street. So it's like, I mean, Drake has done so much, broken so many records, honestly, and then he has done records with everybody. He has held consistent in the music game. He's more of a music wonder to me than like, even when you say like hip hop and lyric wise, like you'll say he's done consistent lyrics over time, but then hearing about he has writers and things like that, you can debate those things, but it's like he's done great things in music. It's just, I don't know if at this point he has that connected backing to the streets and to the people to hold up in a true battle with Kendrick.
The streets ain't real like that. So, like there's different type of streets, quote unquote streets. And so Drake does have the people that will personally identify with street life. Like you don't have to necessarily, you can say you're a street person just by saying it. It's not even like what you do. It's just like, I am speaking this life because
I am the streets.
Listened to exactly. I am street because I've listened to Drake. Like,
because I grew up on the streets.
It's not even growing up on the streets. It's just a matter of mentality. But they adopt it. People will adopt it up to the point of saying they are part of the streets and shit like that, which I personally believe is a type of confusion that our culture, when I say our culture, American culture, is going through. Because these are like, a lot of these are like young white boys, like, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, a
like
lot of people don't understand.
Young white dudes that think they street.
Well, a lot of people don't even understand, what even they mean by street. What I mean by street is, of course, connecting is what connects the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So that's the through line between everything. That's the community. When you're down there on the streets, when you have to walk the block and you know the streets, then you know everybody. You know things. You hear things. You're really connected on a different level than if you're just, than if you're not out there, right? Right. Now, even though Kendrick may not release as much as Drake, I don't get that feeling that he's, you know what I mean? Like he's industry is what I'm saying. Like
industry or industry?
He industry. You know what I mean?
Kendrick is industry still.
Kendrick is definitely but he's he still connects to, like, Drake is more pop.
Yeah. Now Kendrick himself said he makes records for people that are incarcerated, like to give them something to like hope, like something to listen to. Like that's his audience when he writes his records and shit. I think that they're two different types of people. I think back to the battle. I think what we've heard so far is great on both sides.
It's good.
I give both sides. Like, I thought the AI thing was genius. I thought it was good.
You liked it?
I like that he did that. I don't personally.
I don't like that at all.
I just like that it was done because this is warfare. We're going into like, we got to use the best tools at our exposure to create this art.
Nope.
And if you want to, there's no playing fair. Like you gotta use everything at your disposal.
Well, I'm glad he used it because that just showed me what type of artist he was at that point. Like that's like, I understand that, there's no guidelines. You can do whatever you want. It's 2024 and it's like do the next crazy thing, but that's like,
bro,
in my mind, that's disrespecting music.
Bro, like Tupac is what the West. Snoop is the West. They are the West. He is saying if this
that's ridiculous, and
bro,
you can't say it's
if AI
not.
existed in the 90s.
You literally
this would have been East Coast versus Canada.
You literally
West Coast versus Canada,
took the Tupac's voice.
Yeah.
And, okay,
like this, because it didn't really sound like Pac to me.
Look,
this is
look,
like
look.
this.
And I know Kendrick Lamar kind of did, but he chopped that from.
That was actually Pac's voice,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous, bro.
But it's a hell of a chess move.
Is it?
It's a chess
dude, that's
move.
easy, dude.
It's a chess move.
That's I'm gonna pay for an AI program to use the voice of, and I'll write a quick little verse. That's not it's a cheap shot,
bro. It's a blow.
It's a cheap shot because anybody could do that.
Yeah, but he did it.
But anybody
he
can do that.
He did it though. Yeah, anybody can. There's so much AI shit. Like I think even one of the records.
That's why I'm like, it's such a cheap
AI.
shot. That's like low hanging. Chess is a little bit more.
No, he's
meticulous.
Drake still pinned the words. Okay. He just used the voice, the AI voice. So Drake still wrote it, allegedly.
He might have.
But it was
sent Quentin Miller a long text. He's like, "Can you look over this for me?" It's just a text me. It's just a text message. These look like bars. Nah. Just tell me if they sound good.
Yeah. Nah. So man, I think to me it's even right now.
It is even.
But I do like what Kendrick put out today. The what was it called? Euphoria. I thought that was a good effort.
I thought it was dope.
You know what I mean?
Thought it was dope.
I think I don't know what people's expectations are in diss records, but it met my expectations. it dissed him.
My car radio is still working.
Like, what do you expect in a diss record? Like a car bomb to go off?
He really said he hated this nigga. He went to the whole extent. He stopped short of just saying, "I'm gonna go and kill you, nigga."
Yeah.
He stopped short of making it a Quavo diss.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is I felt he came and did his job.
He dissed him.
He dissed him.
Yeah. In Canada
for 6 minutes straight.
For 6-minute effort of a diss record.
6 minutes. What more did you want? All right, gotta comb through this, cut out some fillers.
Yeah.
But we could go bar for bar in both of these shits.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Yeah, we got to go ahead and pull up Rap Genius and decode some of these lyrics. I know they're both holding some ammunition still too. You know what I mean? Like they haven't released the clip. Last time Drake never actually responded to Pusha T, but like Pusha T exposed Drake's blackface and a baby.
And a baby.
And that
and the whole baby.
And a whole child.
Let's see, magic trick?
Stripper.
I pull a baby out there.
Yeah. So, maybe Kendrick knows some shit. Like, he got 2 babies or some shit. Like,
maybe.
Find out something. That's industry wild. Secrets.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
Damn. I gotta see what Royce gotta say.
All right.
I realize it's a difference between metaphors
Hold up to the mic.
Man bars, right? And I like all of them because I'm in tune with music, so I can listen to somebody who's metaphored and got dope metaphors, and then I can listen to a nigga who got grown man bars that's saying some real shit. I think a lot of y'all.
This is my song.
Kendrick is not for. He's not for y'all, and it's cool if you don't fuck with Kendrick. But to say that he ain't say some shit on there, that he ain't say real shit, that he wasn't spitting bars, is crazy to me. Like, as a lyricist, as somebody who actually raps and understands rap, listening to that shit, I'm like, ooh, he put bars together. He said shit that you gotta listen to it 3 or 4 times to actually get it. And I get it. Y'all want music that's more like Drake, and Drake is dope. Don't let me take nothing from him. And I love his diss records. But to say that this shit ain't crazy that Kendrick said is unbelievable to me. Y'all want shit that y'all can dance in the club to. I get it. Y'all want rap songs that when the beat come on, you can still say the lyrics and it's simple and it's cool and all that shit. Kendrick just spit a whole bunch of real shit, barred up. This is war music. This is music that if I'm a nigga listening to it and you spit bars at me like this, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna just sing song you this one, nigga. I'm gonna put bars together because he just attracted niggas that's listening.
Which one of them was real sing songy?
He broke down grown man real shit, lifetime.
I thought Drake was trying to do bars on all of the shits, but it still felt sing songy.
I don't know what kind of ear.
That shit is.
I don't know what you
kind of soggy.
But you need to listen to this shit again because this shit right here is a motherfucking detonating a heat-seeking missile. It was directed exactly at one person. Heat-seeking missile.
Yeah.
So salute Kendrick because you listen.
This shit was hard.
I wasn't convinced, but this shit right here, this shit tough. Woo.
Yeah.
White boy. Crody. Do they even have Wi-Fi on that cargo plane? He may not even heard this yet, but look, white boy, I know we not friends, but let me give you this advice, because you ain't got nobody around you. Or you ain't got no real. Let me just put it like that, ain't no real.
When that come out?
Stop. Don't respond. Don't respond. You
Ricky
ain't
Rose.
When the intro came on with the Teddy Pendergrass, that was that black vibe. Don't do it. Don't go write a 8-minute verse that Yachty, I know you want to get that money. You ain't keep buying them big houses, but I'm gonna tell you this like a real.
I don't really feel like
no more BBLs, ain't no more ass fillers, ain't no more cheek fillers.
Just heard that Kendrick Lamar diss. Kendrick, but that shit was corn on the cob, man. You know what's crazy, man? The light skin is winning, man. 3-0, man.
Gilly.
Drake up 2-0.
Gilly say Drake is up.
Chris Brown up 1-0. I just take me back. I remember in the late 80s, the light skin and everything up to the late 80s. Then
so I mean, like,
Brown pistol whip, very light skin, and motherfucking New Jack City. Then they had it bad all the way up to motherfucking Steph Curry.
So where you at, man? Is it up Drake 2-0?
No, it's tied.
It's tied.
Tied. From everything.
So
that
2-1 is tied.
No, this quality of work. It don't matter how. I mean, Drake could have put out. Kendrick tied it up. It don't matter how many. It don't matter how many shit he dropped. Like from
off of a verse, feature,
yeah,
and a 6-minute song.
That shit tied up.
Drake dropped something that kind of equal up to about 6 minutes too.
Yeah. You know, bar for bar. I will say that it is exposing a lot of people's quality and their ability to assess art and creativity. By I'm like, dang, you think this is trash? Like, what else do you think is trash? Because it's a good diss. It's a good diss track. They both have done well. May these gentlemen continue to diss each other.
You think it's kayfabe?
It was what?
You think it's kayfabe?
What does that mean?
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe?
Yeah, man. It's like,
is that like fake or something?
Nah, it's like in wrestling where it's not real, but
set up or orchestrated.
set up, orchestrated, and it's kind of like made to believe it's real. And even though you know, like wrestling, even though you know the WWE or whatever you watch is not real, you go along with it as if it was real, because that's what makes the experience better. So do you think that these acts, all of this battle right here is going on within these?
It could be. It's possible. I mean, I know hip hop has not been in a good place, and now we're getting more attention because of this. Two of the top dogs, pun intended. Could be. I do know that Kendrick has had genuine hostility for Drake, though.
Yeah, waiting again.
He's been waiting, and you know, yeah, like you can feel it in his lyrics. Like he maybe wrote that diss record like 4 years ago. Like he could have wrote that shit back before COVID. You know what I mean? Like, that was a pre-COVID diss track that we listened to. Because I just know they've been throwing subliminals at each other. I don't know if you knew that. There's been some subliminal talk. Kanye will throw himself in the mix. Like,
I know, just out of nowhere.
Like no one's even talking to you.
No, but you notice Kanye really don't be having many songs with Drake at all.
Yeah, I think he has one song with Drake.
Him, Eminem, Drake.
With like the whole crew.
Him, Eminem, Drake, and Lil Wayne.
What that was like that LeBron James tribute or some shit. Yeah. It was the We Are the World for rappers.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, and that might be their only collab. Their only collab lab up on that thing. Yeah, you know, there are a lot of people that have issues with Drake. You don't hear a lot of people having issues with Kendrick. But we're going to see how this unfolds. I think they're both super talented. I do think Drake can rap. I think Drake is an excellent rapper. So hopefully he's got to go rap his ass off to respond back to this. And
get the team together, Drake.
He said, "Get the team together. You gotta go diss Kendrick." He says a 20v1.
You know what I mean? I need a fresh pack of notebooks.
Oh shit.
And a whole box of Bic.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I just want to chop it up with you about that real quick.
Don't talk to me about that shit.
Y'all, this is like another episode of something that you may like. So just subscribe to wherever we put this at.
Wherever the fuck it goes, that's where it's at.
EarlAlex,
subscribe,
all that.
hit us back.
Out. Peace.